everybody, this is what you guys really wanted, and our special person as well, and the rest of you guys. You guys you want the remake of the Mario Kart DLC tracks, and this is what we're doing because last time we had an interruption, so we're trying to do one with no interruptions this time, and do it all without making parts of it.
So now we are ready to choose our racers.
Now, from the first video, Raymond was Iggy.
No, I was Ludwig von Koopa.
You were Ludwig, and then I was Wiggler back then. But we're gonna pick different characters this time. So for my character, I will choose Peachette.
And for mine, I'm going with none other than... Well, since there's so many choices here, I'm gonna go with Daisy. Oh, and when pressing the plus and minus, that of course shows us our status of how good we can race and how far we can go with it.
You don't have my favorite ones yet, but that's okay. You
Yeah.
My second favorite.
Yeah. Now, we'll be doing a 50cc because mostly that's just a way to get into it. And therefore, for the custom items, we're taking everything off except the coins because mostly...
The rest of the stuff sucks.
Well, power stars help with the invulnerability and get to shortcuts, but mostly the ones that drive us nuts is this item, the Thunderbolt.
Yep.
This one, that's completely a big jerkwad. What? The spiny shell, that's a jerkwad. What? The bloopers are a distraction. Boos are annoying because they can steal your item. Thunderbolts make you tiny that you want to honk your horn too much.
The red shells are nuts too.
Including the triple reds as well.
Green are not that bad.
So anyway, on to the DLCs.
I'm going to say this part. So, for these cups, we're going to be going on them all on an order for all these cups. For the Golden Dash Cup, for the tour, we're going up for...
Oh, sorry. I thought you were going to go with all the cup names.
For the tour, from the tour, we have Paris Promenade. Then we have Toast Circuit for the 3DS. Then we have Cocoa Mountain from the N64 and Coconut Mall for the Wii. On Lucky Cat Cup, we have Tokyo Blur from the tour, Shroom Bridge from the DS, and Sky Garden from Game Boy Advance. And then Ninja Hideaway.
Yeah, we also have the Turnip Cup, Propeller Cup, Rock Cup, Moon Cup, the Fruit Cup, Boomerang Cup, Feather Cup, Cherry Cup, Acorn Cup, and the Spiny Cup. So therefore, we're going from sorry about that, folks. We're going Paris Promenade from the tour all the way to Rainbow Road from the Wii. That's the whole length of the 48. So therefore, hope you got a bunch of all-you-can-eat buffet foods like snacks and entrees and drinks, because this is going to be a long video. Starting off on Paris Promenade from the tour. And therefore, we are in Paris, France.
And bonjour to all my France subscribers.
And the race is on.
Can you swim with cups? Can you explain what cars Can you explain to the viewers what cars we're using?
Well, for I, playing as Daisy and using the Circuit Special with monster tires and the standard glider, while Miracle Awesome is playing as Peachette with the standard ATV, Master Cycle Zero tires, and the parafoil. Now we're on lap 2.
We're backwards now.
Yep, we're taking the track backwards now.
We're
now
not
on the final
driving
lap.
backwards, but...
Yeah, we're not going backwards. We're going the opposite direction.
Excuse me, yes. I felt like I definitely didn't want to hit that piranha plant.
Well, of course you don't. You don't want to go close to him.
He'll bite ya.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't care.
And Daisy wins the first race. And now on to our next track.
Excuse me.
Next up, Toad Circuit from the 3DS.
This was also a mushroom cut from the 3DS in the first track, and now also the trophy ceremonies.
Indeed.
Are we driving on the wrong side of the road or the right side of the road?
There's no wrong and right side of the road here. It's all a racetrack.
Okay.
Because everyone's going the right way. The only way you know you're going the wrong way is if Lakitu tells you to turn around.
And maybe sometime during the tracks, when we go on some of our favorite tracks, we'll tell you which ones, maybe. We can do that if we want.
Yeah, why not?
We'll
We'll
tell them
see.
which was our favorite tracks of the DLCs.
Yeah, while we're doing this video.
That's perfect then. So viewers will know which ones are favorites.
Mm-hmm. Coming through, Shy Guy. And thanks for the slip being there, Tanuki Mario.
We also got it from you too.
Yep. So therefore, here's our competitors for the race, which I did not mention back during the Paris Promenade.
So we have Bowser, Villager, Bowser Jr., Baby Peach, Palutena, Roy, Wiggler, Yoshi, Shy Guy, and Tanuki Mario.
Actually, you were wrong about one of them.
Huh?
Yeah, you were wrong about Pauline.
Sorry.
Yeah, so to recap, we have Bowser, Villager, Bowser Jr., Baby Peach, Pauline, Roy, Wiggler, Yoshi, Shy Guy, and Tanuki Mario. And now on to our next course.
I apologize, I read her name wrong. Sorry about that, guys.
Now we're on Choco Mountain from the N64, back from Mario Kart 64. Toad Circuit was from Mario Kart 7 on the 3DS, and Paris Promenade, one of my faves, was back from Mario Kart Tour, even though I did not play the tour.
My fiance will remember this track because he used to have this game for the N64.
Yeah, but I don't play it anymore.
Well, you don't have it anymore.
Indeed.
Did you like playing it back then?
It was alright for a time being. But of course, with the traffic coming at you in Special, that of course...
Oh, you said that was Toad's Turnpike.
Yeah. That's why, with the traffic coming at you in Toad's Turnpike, the CPUs get the advantage and you don't.
Oh, and here you had to dodge some,
Two boulders.
boulders. Even though those warning signs that warn you about them, so at least they're warning you. I love when, Peachette does a Paris skirt when she jumps.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite thing to watch.
If you were asking about Peachette, yes, she's actually Toadette dressed up as Princess Peach.
With the Super Crown ability.
So since this track might have changed a lot, so what's so different about it from the old version to the new version?
Well, the difference of this version is that we have audiences watching us, and once I pass through this again, therefore, it's actually a tunnel.
There was no tunnel back then?
Yep, no tunnel back then. Only just go under the finish line and then through the canyon. And of course, there was no giant gap like this.
There was no bats either?
Yeah, there were no bats either.
Those bats didn't come back as later, you know? And to make it totally clear, me and my fiance both like Paris Promenade, so that was one of our faves. So both of us like the same track sometimes, both of us.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some tracks we like together, and there's some individual tracks we like.
And now on to the last of the Golden Dash.
Yep.
Coconut Mall from the Wii.
This is one of my favorite tracks. One of them, actually, because this is one of my favorite tracks.
Yeah, a revamped version, actually.
And I think you guys already know why. Because I'm a girl, and I love shopping. Those girls go nuts in malls. It changed. That was not my fault, Ray.
Yeah, you
It
don't need
changed
to
while I
talk.
was on it.
Yeah.
You said you don't like it when I did that.
What? Go up the down escalator?
Yes.
Well, that's if you drive on it right after it's there. So mostly when you're on it, not when it just changed.
Well, it changed while I was on it, right?
Yeah, that's because it was running on a timer. That's why.
The Pianas are not riding the escalators anymore, guys.
Yep, that's the difference. Therefore, just follow the arrows where the escalators point.
And there's also a difference in the parking lot too, if you guys already saw that. Instead of me's going back and forth, there's Shy Guys doing donuts in the parking lot.
And bouncing their cars up and down.
They don't know how to drive. But the Pianas are doing their job. Being at the food court.
Right now, I have just overpassed Roy Koopa, who's in dead last right now.
And after the 2 car accidents I got in, I'm okay still. Should go through early. Damn it! Not again.
But you're still ahead of Bowser.
I am?
Yep.
It changed when I was on it again. I'm not doing it on purpose.
I know that.
It changed when I was on it.
Yeah, Pauline just went up the down escalator.
Unless you're doing an escalator race.
And
So you guys last place for points.
yeah. And now we come to our next track, Tokyo Blur from the tour, where we're racing through Tokyo, Japan.
And konnichiwa to all my Tokyo people. Hope you guys are having a good day, and how are you today, which is Organita Deska. That's how you say how are you in Japanese.
Wow.
I learned that from My Cry Goes to Japan.
Wow. Okay, now we're heading to the right. Oh, now to the left. And we're back where we were on the first lap.
The track changes periodically.
Indeed. Right now, I'm just overpassing Pauline. And she's in dead last.
No one's not right behind me.
That's because you're far ahead. But Bowser Jr.'s right behind you. You just can't see him, because he's too far. Don't check back too often.
Alright.
Because on turns, it can make you lose your speed.
Was that okay to do that?
Yeah, only on straights, but just watch out.
Okay.
Yep. Now, on to the next track.
Now we're on Swim Bridge DS.
Actually, it's called Shroom Ridge. And yes, this track came from Mario Kart DS. I'll come back for those coins later.
How did I pass it there?
Because I was power sliding to those coins and then went behind a car. But I didn't crash into the car. I just power slid to get to those coins that I'm going back to. Careful with power sliding. Don't want to crash into any walls.
I'm trying to learn like you, right?
That's why you only do it on turns, not straights. But you're holding it the wrong way. Because you're doing the turns the wrong way. You have to watch where you're going on the turns to do that.
I guess those hills I can't jump on.
Yeah, of course not.
I'm cutting people off.
And right now, I am catching up to Roy Koopa. And therefore, I just passed him.
I'd be the crazy driver.
Don't be that crazy.
I'm cutting people off.
Yeah, but don't do that.
What's wrong with cutting people off?
Well, cutting people off is not funny.
Okay.
And besides, the traffic doesn't really care. Their only objective
I
is...
won't do it in real life. It's okay in the video game.
Yeah.
All the driving I do in a video game, I won't do in real life, Raymond.
Yeah.
Because I know better.
Mm-hmm.
It's just in a video game, it's okay to do it.
Yeah, that's true. Sky Garden from the GBA from Mario Kart Super Circuit on the Game Boy Advance.
Well, you remember the title. Awesome, right?
Of course, because I used to love this track, and I still do because of the music.
The clouds weren't white back then, they were pink back then.
No, they were still white.
Well, they didn't look white back then when I was back on the Game Boy. The clouds weren't puffy, they looked flat.
Yeah, of course they were flat.
Silver we only hit 2 of my favorite tracks. I think for my fiancé we only hit 2 as well. I like the music too, Ray, but not very much for me. Oh, and if you guys want to look at the old video, you guys could look at that and see where the interruption was. But we're going to make it all new and fresh. And that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
The old one's going to be gone, and the new one's going to be taking its place. But even though it's going to be new and fresh. And awesome.
Yeah.
Because back then with the first video we made it, me and Ray were boyfriend and girlfriend, but since we're engaged now, we're engaged. So, the video's going to be a lot better than it was back then, wasn't it, Raymond?
Yeah, but we didn't need to mention the original with the interruption because that's going to be gone anyway.
Yeah. I'm going to get rid of it anyways.
Right now, I just overlapped Shy Guy, and I'm about to overlap Roy now. Which, I just overlapped him after he bumped into me.
Really?
Yep, he bumped. Yep, we just went bump.
That's crazy.
Hmm.
I don't like when they bump into me either. Especially if they bump from behind you. That's what I'm thinking, Raymond.
Yeah.
Maybe I should use your names as we're recording. And Draco, there's gotta be something.
Yep, and therefore, Daisy's done again. Now there's only Peachette, and then the race is done.
I'm almost there. You bumped into Yoshi. There, got it.
Whoa, and I nearly fell off there, too.
Shy Guy's still in dead last.
Yeah. I guess Shy Guy's not picking up the pace good enough for this race. Bummer. Now we're on Ninja Hideaway.
Well, the garlic, with all W's in garlic, I think that's what Wario is.
That's what I'm guessing too.
Because it likes garlic and his name starts with a W.
Yep, that's mostly my guess.
I forgot to do the power thing, but don't worry, I can get right back in a second. Because villagers so slow anyways.
I wasn't gonna make that one. Oh well, I'll make it next time.
Oh, damn it. Bowser had a flare gun himself.
That's called the Bowser kite.
I'm not looking at this track, guys, that's why.
Yeah, because you're not timing your jumps. But of course, no records change here. And that was the last of the Cherry Cup. Now we move on to the next.
Lucky Cup.
Oh yeah, Lucky Cat, right, sorry. Next up, New York Minute from the tour. And we're in New York City, in the Big Apple.
And you guys speak the same language as us, so hello to all of our American fans. Oh, by the way, guys, this is one of my favorite tracks, by the way.
Mine too, including the Tokyo Blur.
I don't like Tokyo Blur because of flomps. but there's one good thing about Tokyo. You guys make awesome sushi.
Not to mention some really good figurines and other things there too.
You have some Sailor Moon guys.
Now we move on to our next track, Mario Circuit 3 from the SNES, back from Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Sorry I hit you there.
That's why I honked and made you jump. don't look back all the time. Because if you keep doing that, you're gonna do something wrong.
Sorry. Ugh. I'm good. I'm making sure nobody's behind me.
Well, if you want to know, look at the map while you're driving.
I'll do this.
Yeah, don't use the rear view thingy. Just use the map, because you're far away from everybody.
Good. Thank you for letting me know about that.
Yeah, you're welcome on that. Right now, I'm catching up to Roy again. Right now, I just overlapped Shy Guy. And therefore, the race is over for me. Yoshi ties with Pauline during this one. On to the next one. Oh, just ignore that noise. Next up is Calamari Desert from the N64, back from Mario Kart 64. This, of course, is one of my faves. Yeah, just ignore that sound. It's just a wind-up chicken.
So he does make noise.
Yeah, but of course, the clunking noise when jumping up and down.
So you got him working?
Yeah, a little bit, of course. But back to the race.
The reason why fiancé likes this because of the train. Right?
Yeah. Train's coming.
Thank you, Ray. I moved away from the train that time.
Yeah, because I told you it was coming.
Well, the first one, though, I talked about the second time.
Wait, you actually didn't get it the first time?
No, you told me the first time was coming, but the second time it was coming, I know it was coming.
You didn't know, actually.
Well, the first time you told me. The second time I did by myself.
Yeah. And now we come to the last track of this cup. Waluigi Pinball from the DS.
This is one of my favorite tracks.
But it's also dangerous because of giant pinballs.
Sorry, I kind of bumped you there.
Don't worry about it. I was bumping you too.
Aw.
And now we come to the dangerous part. The giant pinballs themselves down here. What are you singing?
Sorry, it's just a song I was looking at. I'm good now. Now, and now I have that funny song that we listened to earlier stuck in my head now.
Yeah, I mean, seriously. They may stink, but of course, just don't push too hard. Or else you really will stink up your pants.
Oh, farting is just gas.
Yeah, but it's also known as methane.
Nothing?
Yeah.
What do you mean nothing, right?
Don't ask, because it's kind of a long story. Ow! And that's why it's dangerous with these giant pinballs of doom.
I think it's kind of cool right in a pinball machine.
Yeah. But not cool when you get run over by giant pinballs, because they're making you lose your coins. And the competition's catching up to you. And what song's that one?
Just a song I heard a long time ago. And some songs get stuck in my head if I listen to them a couple times. It's a song I listened to in my band to get me back home when I was in high school. And I heard it all the time, every afternoon. Are you singing the musical dude for SpongeBob?
No. Oh, I'm singing the adulting song from Phineas and Ferb Candace Against the Universe.
Oh, this one I totally messed up on.
Well, technically it was my fault, because therefore it was my fault we didn't rehearse that to begin with.
Well, I still kept it just in case if you want to do it again. So that you have it the old version and the new version. We just have to rehearse this about when you want to do it again.
Yeah, we'll get rid of the old version anyway. Because the old one, I completely agree with the fans.
Well, I kept our old version of our Starship song, kept the new one too.
Yeah, so right now, back to our game.
Yeah.
We are now on Sydney Sprint from the tour, down in Sydney, Australia.
Yay!
Yep. So, g'day down there, you Australians.
Yes, go! Can't do that accent. My Scottish accent won't let me. I don't think it's my Irish accent either. Come on, let's do go! Go, 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 go. Wee! Wee! Aww!
Yeah, you were facing the wrong way to do it. Again. There. Now you can't hold it for too long, because you also have to align yourself straight.
Okay.
Yeah. So therefore you'll see how I do it, like this. That's how you power slide. And I just passed Paulina and Tanuki Mario without even knowing. You're doing it again.
So I can't do it every turn?
You need to time your turns carefully, like I just showed you earlier.
I was watching.
Yeah, but of course, when you were doing it, you're allowing yourself to go into the wall.
Oops.
Snowland from the Game Boy Advance. This track is actually the starting track over in Star Cup on Mario Kart Super Circuit. For this one, we're driving through snow, and for the change, there's penguins instead of snowmen.
They're still snowman.
Yep, they're on the side, but of course our biggest obstacle are the penguins.
They're only in this area.
Oh, not just here. Because they're also over here when they walk on the road.
I don't see them on the road.
Well, that's because you just passed them when they were walking onto the road.
Oh, so they're on the second left, so it's just like the cows.
Yeah. Just ignore that chicken, please. Just ignore the chicken.
Does it go off in the middle of the night too?
No.
Thank God. I guess maybe that Valentine's Day was not a good idea.
Of course not.
Oh, jeez. I wanted to give you something that's cool.
Yeah, well, this wind-up chicken thing isn't anymore. Well, I just overlapped Tanuki, Mario, Pauline, and Wiggler, and therefore I'm done.
Actually, the chick was part of your birthday gift, actually. Just move the sunrise, it's not ticking.
Yeah, it's still ticking like a time bomb. Therefore, there, put it away. And there's no change again. Not bad. And now to our next track. This time we're on Mushroom Gorge from the Wii.
This is one of my faves.
Mostly because of bouncing mushrooms.
Like the little trampolines.
Yeah, but these ones, of course, if you're going fast, watch out, you can fall right off the course.
Uh-huh. I know about that too.
Yeah. Because mostly everyone falls off on the first jump I just went over.
I didn't do it.
And sometimes they fall off here.
I don't. Do you fall off sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, okay, there.
Don't always look back. That's why I use the map.
It's okay when I'm paragliding in a straight line.
Yeah, but you don't know where you're gonna land if you have the camera facing you.
Alright then. I lived in the road.
Yeah, probably true. Right now, I'm just overlapping Tanuki Mario. And I'm done. see. We have 3 ties between Bowser and Villager in 3rd, Pauline and Tanuki Mario in 9th, and Shy Guy and Roy in 11th. On to the next track. And now we're on Sky High Sunday, the land of ice cream.
This is one of my faves too.
Mine as well.
Woo.
Because it's all about ice cream.
I know. Delicious, right? Right?
Indeed.
Perfect summer treat.
Go back and fly. Whee! We're flying and driving on ice cream. Yeah.
Now we're driving on ice cube trays.
Then back to the ice cream. And right now, Villager just passed you because, as everyone, including myself, is doing the jump thing. Whee! Yay! Whee! And that's it for me. You can use your coins.
Oh.
And again.
Why we had 10 coins? I had no use for them. I don't know.
Well, the more coins we still keep collecting, the more the coin count goes up.
Oh, okay.
That's the point. Because even if we have 10 coins, still collecting more coins still keeps going. Keeps the coin count and the status up.
That's what it's doing?
Yep. And now we're on the London Loop from the tour, all the way in Great Britain. And Big Ben just gonged.
Boom.
And you just burnt out.
Yeah, I know. I kind of did it a little bit too early.
Way too early. Wolf. Excuse me, folks. Sorry about that. What was so funny?
I'm just thinking about something.
Yeah, and then it got me started.
Oh, he just farted. That's normal.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about a funny picture I saw
On what?
on YouTube.
Oh.
That's what's SS Sniper Wolf.
About the world's largest pair of underpants?
No. But I do remember the Zabathon episode from what they ordered. What you kids order for Zabathon? Lots of stuff. Beef sticks, deodorant, extra rough toilet paper, a favorite racket, a shuttlecock, and the size of 62 man's underpants.
Yeah. Oh, and also mentioning about that, with the 60-foot men's underwear, that goes as a shout out to Jeanette McCarty and Ariana Grande if you're watching this.
It was a size 62.
Oh, a size 62, right. But at least they would almost pass for the world's largest pair of underpants.
Some guys had to wear that size. Some guys had to wear that size for me.
Yeah.
Some guys.
Yeah, you already said that.
I don't want that shit. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a picture of Celestia of that filter.
Hell yeah. I printed that out a long time ago. But therefore, we now have a tie between Shy Guy and Tanuki Mario in 11th. And now we're on to our next track.
What was that folder for?
That was something for a long time ago, but of course never did again.
Oh.
Now our next track is Boo Lake from the Game Boy Advance, back in Mario Kart Super Circuit.
Boo Lake.
Or, pardon me for that.
Before you burped, what were you going to say, right?
Well, that's what I was putting in.
Oh. It's much funnier than, remember the video I had of the fart sounds and the burping sounds?
Oh, man.
The funny one we kept rewinding back to?
Well, of course, that's how cartoons got the funny farts and burps from.
With the burp.
Oh, pardon me. Sorry again, folks. Just take the burps and the farts as part of the funnies.
Yeah.
Because that's just funny.
I don't know what's wrong with us today.
I don't know. But at least we got to do a shout out to Jeanette McCarty and Ariana Grande for the giant pair of underpants.
You gotta excuse us because every time me and my fiancé have got together, so we always bring up funny things and we start laughing about it for the whole day.
Yeah.
It was like that when we were boyfriend and girlfriend too. We did the same thing. I guess the whole thing worked better and better this time, didn't it, Ray?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, jeez. We did the the same when we're boyfriend girlfriend, and now we're doing the same thing because we're engaged now. So I think that works perfect, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Whoops.
Where did you accidentally go?
I fell off the course after I went into Wiggler doing a power slide.
Oh. You ran into Wiggler?
Yeah, and I was still power sliding, and then I just fell off the track.
Yeah, there's lots of edges. Were you in the underwater area like I was?
Yeah, I fell off right where you just passed.
Oh.
And now on to our next track.
Yay!
This time we're going to Rock Mountain from the 3DS, back in Mario Kart 7. Oh, pardon me again, folks. Sorry.
I burped 2 times, you burped 5 times. It's kind of crazy too.
Yeah.
It's gross and funny at the same time. Whoa, almost burned that thing. Whee! Oh. No.
You have to go faster to catch that one.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh.
So that would be a higher engine class. Like the 100s or 150s.
I'm 100. I'm on the 50s on my game. Well, with the Grand Prix. Oh. Still not good yet.
With the power slides?
No, the air coming from that tube.
Well, that's because you're too low. That's because of the engine class we're on.
Oh, we're on ACs. What about the crazy 2cc?
You mean 200?
Yeah, you said
Yeah.
braking is crucial.
Yeah, that you could probably reach that pipe. That's it for me on this one.
So far, we only hit 3 of my favorites so far. Actually, 4 so far.
Oof! You just ran into a rock. Use your coins.
Okay.
And again, because that's all we have for items.
Look like a princess.
Now on to the next track, which is the last of this cup. Maple Tree Way from the Wii, from Mario Kart Wii.
This is one of my favorites.
Mine as well, mostly because of the music.
I like the nature and the music too. You gotta show me where that shortcut is.
That's because you passed it.
Hey, tell me when I get close to it.
Yeah, I have to go back to the start to do that.
Just tell me when I get close.
Yeah, because it'll be to the right.
Okay.
Yeah, because when you go back to the start, it's on your right.
I don't know what side my right is, so...
It's your right hand holding the A button.
Okay. Is this my right hand that I'm using this button with?
Yeah, the one that you're viewing back.
Okay. I shouldn't know that because I wrote with my right hand, so I should know which side is my right. Okay, I'm getting close to where.
All right, it's on the right in the grass.
The grass.
Right there. You just missed it again.
I was trying to get to it, but it won't let me go on the grass.
That's because you have the smart steering. That's why.
Smart steering, what's that?
That blinking rod,
Yeah?
that's your smart steering.
Well, how do I get rid of it?
Well, next time we do a race, press the plus button and press the L button, and therefore you'll get rid of it. But right now, you're slowing down.
That was just my research game.
Use your coins. And again.
Doesn't matter if I have 10 or not?
It doesn't matter if you got 10. The coin count will still keep going up.
Oh, okay. I always have to remember that. But
Yeah.
I don't hardly think of pushing the button right because I'm just enjoying the scenery because it's one of my favorite tracks.
Well, when you have items, don't Don't waste don't just keep the coins there.
Because we'll add up to the coins we're keeping, right?
Yeah, they count up to my score count of the coins. And now we're on to the Moon Cup, which is the final half of the first half. And we are in Berlin Byways from the tour. And a big hello to all the citizens of Berlin.
Okay. So we're in Berlin Byways. That's kind of cool.
Yep. All the way in Germany. Oh, sorry, folks. Excuse me for that one.
Oh, this was going to fill a whole bunch of parts.
Yeah. At least it's not in a jar.
Oh. Okay, where did you get that from?
Well, that line was from Sonic, where Sonic was in a bag, and he thought that Donut Lord sealed him in a jar and made his bag smell like a jar of farts in there. What were you holding in there? A jar of farts? Nice one, Donut Lord.
Is that the first movie?
Yeah, that was the first Sonic movie.
Oh my god.
Well, Sonic was trying to get his rings back from the pyramid building.
Oops.
And you went the wrong way.
So I was going in that bus, because I thought it was still going the same way as the traffic. That's what I'm thinking. Ugh.
Whoa, I nearly ran into a green shell taxi.
Oh, also the car's doing the shells.
Don't forget to use your coins. Use them all up. Because those are the only items we put in the race.
We get coins so you can get more car parts.
Exactly. Oops, again. This was slipping out of my hands. And there you have it, folks. Berlin Byways. Now, on to the next track.
I don't know, your photos from your stick, you printed them out?
Yeah, mostly up to the main 6, mostly. Now we're on Peach Gardens from the DS, back from Mario Kart DS, with giant chain chomps running around.
You did use the school printer, right?
Nah, these were here.
Okay, good. You have a couple of pictures from the school that you took,
Yeah, true.
but you always use that computer that had that yellow line in the middle of it. I can't believe you used that computer. And I kept that yellow line and didn't distract you.
It did a little, but of course, just played along with it.
And also kind of, when you were trying to take a picture, you had that yellow line in it.
Oh well.
Did it bother you?
Yeah, just got over it and nothing else.
Back in my elementary school, every time we start with the computer, it'll start up when you push the button. But it was a really old computer. It was one of those color Mac computers.
Mm.
And it was really old. But the picture was fading. The color in it? The color was still there, but the screen glitched a little bit, and the screen was yellow, and then went to its normal color again, then went back to yellow again, and it was crazy.
Mm.
And the screen was all yellow, by the way.
Yeah. And why'd you stop?
Oh, I thought I passed.
Yeah, but don't stop. Because that's how you're letting the competition catch up.
Man, I didn't mix up what lab I'm on, man.
Therefore, check your lab count right next to your coin counter.
Oh, that's where it is. Okay. Now I get it. Well, do you remember the Crimes of Mystic and Michelle's demeanor?
Oh, yeah.
Who wants to play? We can't play. We're grounded. Thank you very much.
You're welcome very much. That was sarcasm.
And DJ said that, and then he said, DJ, we look at, oh, just the stars. Oh, I see stars, all right. MC Hammer, Billy Idol. Hey, Mr. Gibbler. I think he's yelling something at me. He said,
He
"Get
said,
a new hobby or he's calling the
cops.
police." You know, he has to say, "Get a new hobby or he's calling the police."
Yeah, still, it's the cops.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to our next track.
He said, "That's right. I want your girls in bed right now." What? Michelle's not in your bed. Don't worry about Michelle.
Merry Mountain. Oh yeah, now we're in the season of Christmas, where we get to go up and down the mountain where it doesn't make up its mind. Mostly it's up the mountain, down the mountain. What's next?
And this is one of my favorite tracks. I think it's both our favorite tracks, isn't it, Ray?
Yeah, because it makes you get into the spirit of Christmas. There's the train!
Raymond, sing the Garfield one. We'll get them the Christmas thing.
Dad would pull up. Hang on, let me start that again because it's been a while. Dad would chop down the tree. Chores. Mom would fix up a meal. Work. Dog boy would get in the way. Fighting. Big fat hairy deal. Arr! Decorating the tree. Gardening. Wiring all the lights. Electrical contracting. Wrapping boxes and writing a car. It's office work. Out of sight. Arr, arr, arr. Then we take those presents and pile them under the tree. We barely get a wink of sleep, wondering what they could be. The special gift of Christmas, Christmas that really make it great. So sweet, are the insomnia and the anxiety kids get from having to wait. Can't wait till Christmas. There's so much to do. Can't wait till Christmas. Wake me when it's through.
I think Grandma and Garfield got along a lot better.
Yeah, they did.
Have you seen the Halloween one?
Oh yeah, it starts with Pinky the Clown scaring Garfield out of bed. Until he mentions candy.
Yeah. It says, good morning. Welcome to the Easy Viewing, Easy Listening channel. Today we start a special interview with the winner of the Pinky the Clown show. Have a nice day. There's, hey kids, what? Yeah, I like that part.
Yeah. And then Garfield's like, what am I doing?
Just take that, Pinky. Haha, wait.
Did he say something about free candy?
Did we go get candy? Did he get Pinky, where are you, buddy? He's clicking the remote trying to find the channel where he's on.
Yeah, that was funny.
I also like the Peanuts Christmas special.
Yeah, Charlie Brown's having the worst Christmas ever where he's about to say bah humbug.
I like when Lucy did all this stuff, and Snoopy was entertaining her, and then Snoopy looked at her and said, I've been kissed by a dog.
Anyway, now that we're back in the game, therefore time for our first half final track.
Yep.
Rainbow Road from the 3DS from Mario Kart 7.
This was my favorite Rainbow Road, right?
Mine too, because of the music. Because it makes you feel that you're flying through the cosmos to other universes.
I've been kissed by a dog.
Yeah, that also happened to that Napoleon guy too. The guy who was with Beethoven.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's what happened to him too. Because of the girl kissing. Because Mr. Beethoven was all, I've been kissed by a girl. Ew, ew.
I'm used to that by now.
But Mr. Beethoven boy was mostly interested in his piano.
So he's not really interested in a girlfriend.
Of course not. He's interested with his piano.
Oh, jeez, I'm pretty sure that guy didn't get married either.
Yeah.
So I guess his fiancé... I guess he never had a fiancé, so he never got kissed.
Of course not. Because they were all kids anyway.
Yeah, that's true. I guess that works out pretty well for everybody, right?
Yeah, some of them.
Of course. Whee! Are we on Saturn?
I don't really know. Because we're just bouncing from planet to planet and then jumping from pieces of the road to the next one.
Yeah, it's so bouncy on this track.
And dangerous.
Not dangerous for me.
Nor me. And by the time it's dangerous, it's when the giant chain chomp balls are bouncing around.
On this part of the track?
Yeah.
Oh, the craters of the moon.
Yeah. Whee! I'm flying!
There's also another Peanuts video I remember.
And that's...
She was having root beer and Snoopy sniffed in the root beer. She said, "You sniffed in my root beer," and you should just see the look on Snoopy's face after Lucy said that.
I bet he was all, "Get a life, man."
Man, that's crazy. I like peanuts. They're amazing. They're like an amazing thing anywhere else. Like, it's funny. What?
I'm just thinking of something funny.
The fart song?
No, something else. And there you have it, folks. Our first half of the DLC is over. Now we are starting the second half. This will probably be a good time to pause the video and go take a bathroom break.
Yeah.
And get yourself restocked with more snacks and drinks. Because the second half is about to begin right now. With no change in the score. Because right now, Villagers in third, fourth is Bowser, fifth is Bowser Jr., sixth is Baby Peach, seventh is Yoshi, 8th is Roy, 9th is Wiggler, 10th is Tanuki Mario, 11th is Pauline, and last is Shy Guy. So now that we've got the records all said, and our break is over, time to excel to our final half.
I just brought up a funny thing again. It's like, it was like Jenny was first day on the job, fresh on the job. They say, "Hey Jenny, we put the shirt on the mannequin." "Sure thing, boss."
Well, right now, we're back in the game, and we're in Amsterdam Drift from the tour.
And she put the shirt on the mannequin folded. They like literally put the shirt on the mannequin. And it was folded. Jenny, this is how you wear a shirt? And then they were building a house and they forgot to put a bathroom in it. Some people are crazy, aren't they?
Well, for all of you wondering about this track, as I mentioned earlier, we are now in Amsterdam Drift from Mario Kart Tour. So hello to all of you citizens in Amsterdam.
Yep. That's what that is. Amsterdam Drift.
Yep, and the start of the second half of the DLC.
Oh, and
And what?
I'm just trying to think of it. Oh, now I remember. In a picture, I think I've already said this to you once before, but I don't know if you remember it. I remember I was doing Renzel Sniper Wolf, and you had to look at a picture and you had to guess who farted in the picture. Crazy, huh?
Weird.
What was a group photo? One in the office, and the other one in the coffee shop. But one in the coffee shop, he said, "I think it was a barista. He scratched his nose for hours just protecting him from the smell." But you're asking me who dealt it. I don't get that guy smelled it. When you're asking me who dealt it, I'll go with the barista. Your coffee is the only thing that smells like poop.
Yeah, but of course, however, as they say, whoever smelt it, dealt it.
Yeah.
Next, we're on Riverside Park from the Game Boy Advance, back from Mario Kart Super Circuit.
The group photo. The guy had a red face. The guy in front of him farted. His face was red because he wasn't breathing. Now that's funny. There's a guy right behind the guy with the red face. What do you think about it?
I don't know, because I didn't see it.
And then The Office, the girl right behind the guys, right behind the boss. The boss farted right in front of the girl. Right in her face. Which is kind of gross. Which is kind of gross and funny at the same time.
Well, as Jude from 16 quoted, a guy without rear firepower is like a car without horsepower.
My favorite's the second episode. When Wyatt and Jude didn't want to go back to the bathroom to get the name tags.
Oh yeah, that was nuts.
That was funny. That was so funny.
Oh, don't forget about the prank that Jude pulled on the clones.
Oh yeah. Just tell what they said, Raymond.
If I remember, of course.
Hello, this is the phone company. If we send any hot steam for the phones to clean them, please warn your staff and your Blackbird phones and towels.
Yeah, it was, welcome to the Khaki Barn. Hello, this is the phone company. We'll be passing hot steam through the phone lines to clean them. Please tell your employees to place all phones on the floor, or better yet, wrap them in towels to avoid scalding themselves. We will advise you when the hot wire steamings are complete. Oh.
Well, they're not dumb enough to fall for that. Yeah, but they fell for it, alright?
No way. They're not dumb enough to believe that. Oh, I wouldn't know about that.
And the little girls give me your phone. And all of them were wrapping them in towels. And it was so funny.
Oh man, that was hilarious.
But I still think the bathroom part was funny.
Yeah, back from trying to get a day off. Now we're on DK Summit from Mario Kart Wii.
Oh, I like this one. This is my favorites. For the bathroom episode in on 16, it says, where are the name tags? I left them on the counter.
What?
We'll go back in there and get them. I can't. I just can't. You can't. I can't. We'll do it together. And they went back in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then we went back in the bathroom and you're, oh Lord. What? Dude, don't look at Saul too. Whatever you do. Oh, dude, I told you not to look.
Whatever was in there was awful.
Yeah. That was so funny.
Too funny.
I don't know what was insulting that was so bad.
Yeah, good thing you didn't want to know.
Exactly.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of the time when Victor Tancic posted the prank short, and oh boy, Douglas, when he was painted pink.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
I don't want to pay me back. I don't want to start. I don't want to attract attention for the wrong reason. Hey there, cutie. See?
No, it actually went. Now, can we set about repainting me? I don't know, Douglas. You look kind of cute. I do not. Paint me back before I start attracting attention for the wrong reason. And then Percy did his guys thing. Seriously, Percy, stop doing that. You're gonna kill someone when you do that.
He knows up all the time.
Yeah, and then of course Edward gave him a whack in the face for the April Fool's thing. And then of course, hey, who's the pink cutie? I told ya!
Oh, yeah, right.
Well, mostly I'd say, quit your whining, Douglas. We'll repaint you back.
To black. Before you get distracted, before people mistaking you for a girl. Right?
Yeah. Besides, I saw that happen once in a movie, where the bad guy and the henchman, of course, were talking about that, and of course, the guy was all, "You were a dude this whole time? Of course." And then the guy said, "But we cuddled." And those two went to jail. Yeah.
Oh, so they were cuddling romantically, or were they just cuddling for...
Don't ask.
Okay.
Because the guy just said, "But we cuddled."
Uh-huh.
Because, of course, Jonathan Jacobo, the mastermind of evil, well, in Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed, was the criminal.
Oh, I still love that part where when Daphne said, "Scooby doesn't look good with that sweater." I don't like those boots that he was wearing.
That was Scooby.
I know. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
That's right. They're clever. Scooby, they still don't go with that sweater. Me? And they sure know how to party. When they were screaming in the van because there was a pterodactyl following them.
Well, technically, they were trying to lose the pterodactyl ghost.
But they were still screaming, looking at the window, driving the van.
Well, technically, that was Shaggy.
I know, he was screaming.
Because the whole city... That's because the whole city of Coolsville is now haunted with the costumes.
Yeah. I saw the movie. It's awesome, actually.
Yeah. And therefore, Jonathan Jacobo went back to prison, and therefore... He, of course, said the most classic line that every villain goes with. The meddling kids and Scooby-Doo.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're on Yoshi's Island.
From one of his old games. Right?
That's right. Yoshi's Island is actually based off the video game Yoshi's Island. But of course, for the ending music is much different here. Because it's the total results of after clearing the level.
Really?
Hmm?
That's kind of cool.
And all we get here are Yoshi coins. So you don't forget to use your coins, because they're the only item we've got.
I know. But also collecting them as well.
Yeah.
When I'm driving.
Yeah, true. But don't forget that even when you have coins on your hand...
Did I just touch it?
No, I did.
Oh. I can never touch the cloud. Whoa.
Sometimes I don't touch it.
Yeah, it's hard. It floats up higher when you think you're going up high, but you're not really going up high. Well, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, because that happens to me too.
Oh. Oh, I was so close. I was so close. You get so close you can't do it again. I'm trying to think of funny stuff to say. He's making me awesome.
Yeah. Sometimes it's difficult to come up with funny things.
Because if I don't talk, I end up falling asleep, and I don't want people to fall asleep during the video either. So I'm trying to talk to think of funny things to make the video more interesting. So what's funny. Like, what could be funny?
Well, here's the ending music, so therefore, this is the music for the end of the titles. Well, the total results, actually.
It's cool music.
Yep, this is the music of your totals after completing a level.
Sounds like party music.
What?
It almost sounds like party music.
No, that's the...
I know, but it sounds like party music the way the beat was.
But not quite. And now we're on to Bangkok Rush from Mario Kart Tour. So a big hello to all of you in Bangkok.
You get to go on the boats and you ride on the water and all that stuff.
Well, we don't ride the boats.
No, we
because...
don't know. I know that. Have you... Oh, I just thought of another funny thing.
And that's...
Remember our funny moments of AFV?
Oh, yeah.
Which was more funny? The second one or the first one?
I'd say he's sick and tired of being called couch potatoes. These guys have taken their protests to the streets.
Oh, yeah. But I also have, I also like, since I see a bad idea, let it blossom into one big dumb flower. It's great moments and bad ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Tea the size, pogo stick not dangerous enough, events pogo board.
Couch potatoes decide to get fresh air.
Local boyfriend takes girlfriend shooting. I would have done the same thing with the gun too.
Brother dares to make laundry day fun. Not.
No. Okay, which one's more stupid?
I would say making laundry day fun and the pogo board.
I would have done the same thing with the gun, by the way. I would have done the same thing. I would have done the same thing with the gun, really.
Yeah.
I would have done the same thing. So I would have fell over too.
Well, the reason she fell over is because she didn't have the right balance after her open fire.
I would have done the same thing. I would have done the same thing. And that's why I never want to go hunting, because I'll do the same thing. Because I don't want to fall over using one of those things. Oh, remember this is going to take to your personal advice, because they got construction destruction. And
yeah.
They say the devil at the details, like, who did you hire to operate the crane? And then they broke the top of the church.
Yeah, that's when Ty Pennington was a special guest on AFV that time with Tom Bergeron.
Yeah. Now Bob's got the nail gun, but
why is Mo the one getting nailed?
And you're asking about Michelangelo, didn't use stilts and he fell over when he was painting the ceiling?
Yeah, face forward. Ouch.
And then the one that says, Dave carefully uses the domino theory in everything he builds.
And after a hard day's work, who doesn't feel like getting hammered?
Yeah, that was fun. That's gonna hurt.
And okay, we keep Carl around just for laughs.
And he's for the paint all over himself. And these guys are trying to put a wall up. They said, okay, these guys are probably building a school for carpentry. The thing falls on them.
Oh, man. Oh, nuts.
What's happened?
Just the binder thingy fell down again. Now we're on Mario Circuit from the DS, back in Mario Kart DS.
Was the sun getting in your eyes, right?
Yeah, a little bit. That's why I closed my blinds.
Your curtains, you mean?
Yeah, my curtains, of course. That too.
I opened those for you this morning.
Yeah, thanks.
No problem.
And now, back to the race. Oh, watch out. Spitters.
Excuse me. Okay, this is you or burp?
Pardon me.
Yes, burp too.
Oh, pardon me. Again.
Yeah.
Pardon me again. Pardon me 3 times. And 4. Sorry. Excuse me.
Raymond.
Sorry.
I did it was you started burping 4 times. I did it once and you did it 4 times.
Well, as Shrek used to say, better out than in, I always say.
Yeah, I remember that from the movie too. I had to watch Shrek for a long time. I like the first one. Because when he was done in the bathroom, you hear the toilet flush. Sorry, you hear the toilet flushing.
Pardon me again. Sorry, folks. We're just having a bit of fun.
I think those pizza pockets really took the control on you.
No, it's other stuff, like my breakfast or something.
Your cereal?
I don't know. Besides, when it's gotta come out, it's gotta come out.
You should have had toasted tomato and cheese sandwich like I did.
Nah, not really. But thanks for the offer anyway.
Just the time your cereal in the morning?
That's what I always have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I've overlapped Baby Peach and Wiggler, now I'm overlapping Pauline.
Does Wiggler just stay off the track?
Yeah, the big ones do, not the driver.
Yeah, I was just that's what I was asking.
Yeah.
And this was a track we got the interruption on, Raymond.
Huh, what a surprise.
Yeah. You were passing and I got fired by one of the spinning plants in the plaza because your mom knocked on your door and that's when we had lunch that time.
Yeah.
But so we decided to do this video after lunch so we won't have that interruption.
Yep, and now on to the next course.
And now we're getting to finish this video with no interruptions.
Yeah.
That's awesome, isn't it? So a great idea, so we decided to do it after lunch, wasn't it? Indeed.
Now we're on Waluigi Stadium from the GameCube Nintendo back in Mario Kart Double Dash.
It's a really cool thing that they actually have this at. It could be good as a bike course, right?
Yeah, a dirt bike racetrack.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome, right?
Indeed.
There's lots of jumps, too.
Indeed.
So I just leave ATVs.
That's no big deal.
the thing I was really referring to was the 21 Reasons Why I Be Raymond.
Oh, I see.
Which one's better, the first one or the second one?
Both.
Okay, so what's your favorite one or the first one?
I would mostly say the tidy whities and bubble wrap because seriously, that's just funny and weird.
My favorite is Clowns on Fire.
You mean your favorites are? Because you're about to say more.
Yes, Clowns on Fire, Dogs and Recliners.
Whoops.
Toddler Stuck in Toilet Seat.
When technically that's a kid, not a toddler.
Parking Lot Basketball.
Whoops.
Women Scaring Husbands in the Shower.
Horses that don't jump.
Oh, that's even more funny.
Barfing babies.
That's gross.
Kids scared of trains.
I feel sorry for the kids.
Yeah. And itchy dog butts.
I'll say the law in order. Belly Flops, Tidy Whities in Bubble Wrap.
Clowns on fire. Dogs and recliners.
Then it was horse, and then it was the three things we missed was guys running on porta potties. That was funny.
Oh yeah.
The guy fell off of it at the end, and then it was the horses that won't jump.
Chunky guys falling.
Oh, that's even more funny. There was also slides.
Oh yeah, slides are fun.
And there was unicycle disasters.
Yeah.
He was trying to ride the unicycle down the stairs.
That was a dumb idea.
I still like the woman scaring the guy in the shower. I like that.
Yeah, I'm sure most girls don't like that. I'm sure most guys don't like that.
No.
Oh jeez.
Because the girl said, hey, and the guy said, oh god. And then it was pumpkins. And the guy tried to throw the pumpkin and hit him in his head.
Cat bowling.
Oh, that was funny. Remember Friends Who Throw Pies and the guy went through the door?
Oh yeah. And now it's time for our next track, Singapore Speedway from Mario Kart Tour. So, hello to all you citizens living in Singapore.
I like when the friends who throw pies and the guy just went for the door.
Yeah.
Ran the fire right in his face.
Well, that's because the guy was not expecting it.
Yeah.
That's why.
That is so funny. Oh, and don't forget in the beginning of the first one, the flame birthday cakes.
Yeah, because the
that
cake
would have been scary.
Yeah, because the cake exploded. And it's ruined.
Oh my god. I never showed you the videos, Raymond, but there's people that don't know how to use a microphone.
Oh, jeez.
And people were doing funny speeches.
Yeesh.
So this guy was saying things to his new wife, and he said, to my new wife, Dana, I don't have any old wives, but
Pardon me for that bird.
Hi, Rose, said that again. So he said, my new wife, Dana, I don't have any old wives, but I'm sorry I said that. The guy got he was trying to figure out what he wanted to say during his wedding part. And then, and then the woman was saying good things about the wedding, and this guy was mimicking her in the background, making faces.
Okay, she would have just went and slapped that douche.
She didn't know he was there.
Yeah, until she turned around and therefore probably slapped him because of that guy being a big goofus doofus.
Don't worry, she didn't know. We saw the video, then you know he was doing that. Making faces when you see that phone where the people were getting married. He was in the back room making faces. And after the first time, I love you guys so much, you should see the look on his face when she said that. At the end. Oh my god, it was funny. And then with the other girl started laughing when she said the word sex, and she started laughing. And then it was the old woman, and then it was the old girl, grandma didn't know how to use a microphone. She thought it was a telephone. She put it up to her ear. The videos are so hilarious when you actually want them to be funny. Like American 20 videos, you don't know if they were going to record something like that or just want to get more crazy.
Well, of course, for people who do send in their tapes to AFV, they win cash for the best, funniest home video of the day. Or mostly the show for the week. Or something.
Well, it's on every Sunday night, so that's why I think it's funny, because I watch it every Sunday night. So I'm thinking that's what it is for American 20 videos.
Yeah, probably.
Because I always go on ABC and watch it. But mostly that's mostly because there was a cute cat video on it yesterday. They said they were saying birthday messages. They said it wouldn't be the same thing with the whole family's here. So, hi sweetie, we're happy for you guys to college, and they had the cats, and the girl was holding two cats, and the one guy was holding one cat, and the guy was holding the white cat, swatted at the other cat, and they had to let the other cat down.
Ouch.
I saw that video last night on America's 20 videos. It was so funny.
And now we're on our next track, Ethan's Dash from Mario Kart Tour. So we're down in Greece. So hello to all of you in Greece.
I think cats are just mean to be the point of it.
Who knows?
Yeah. Oh, and there was also a happy birthday wish to Grandpa. Say, hello, Grandpa, happy birthday. Hope you're still alive. You're making the video. Of course he's still alive. Oh my god. It's just some crazy things that people say.
No kidding.
Little kids say the darndest things, too.
Yeah, some are so cute. Some of them are just downright silly.
And then, all little girls done with their dads, and it's never true. But this girl, they decided to record it when she's in a car seat, and she's that little. She had to copy what her dad said. She said, I, McKenna, promise Daddy not to have any boyfriends, until I'm 21. But can I still look at them?
Okay, that's ridiculous.
Oh my god. Well, she's that little, right?
Yeah, that reminds me back in Ice Age 4 Continental Drift, where Peaches said, okay, so tell me, when exactly will I be allowed to hang out with boys? And Manfred said, when I'm dead, plus 3 days. Just to make sure of that. Sheesh.
I think he's just gonna let the daughter go. Wait, she does get married to Julian in the movie, doesn't she?
Yeah, in Collision Course.
So we meet Captain Gut.
No, Captain Gut was back in Continental Drift.
That's the fourth movie, right?
Yes, that's the fourth one. Right after the dinosaur adventure.
Well, it's actually after the Christmas one.
Yeah, after the Christmas one, too.
Because Peaches is still little.
And she can talk.
Yeah.
But of course, they also helped Santa save Christmas after the mistake they caused.
I love that picture of Santa Claus when he said, I'm not fat, it's this suit, it's very poofy. Manny, it is Santa!
Yeah, and Sid's trying to get off the naughty list, but he's still on it.
No, they were on the naughty list.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Manny's just surprised that he actually saw Santa. And then Diego's like, hey, what did we do? Ahem.
Oh, right.
Right.
I like
Destroy
that.
Christmas. Peaches, you were, I was that Santa. Standing right there. He's real. Duh.
So these help rebuild Christmas and rebuild toys to get them off the naughty list. And so people can have Christmas.
Indeed.
So they ruined Christmas Town.
Well, technically it was Sid, Peaches, Crash, Eddie, and Prancer. Not Manfred, Ellie, and Diego.
Oh. Crash and Eddie were those two things that hanged out around with Eddie.
They were her adopted brothers.
Oh. I love that thing you had back in high school, Raymond, when the movie of Dawn of the Dinosaurs was new.
Yeah. And therefore, right now, for our next track, we are on Daisy Cruiser from Mario Kart Double Dash, back from the Nintendo GameCube.
But Sid did the wrong thing to the mother T-Rex for backstabbing her.
That wasn't technically a backstab. It was technically to get her to get lost and hit the road because of what he'd done.
Well, so give them to her. She's their mother. Well, I know she's their mother. What do you want, a birth certificate? She's a dinosaur. And then she's, look, these are my kids. Huh? You had to go through me to get them, and she took them. With Sid along with them. And they had to save Sid from their mother T-Rex.
Well, technically, it wasn't just Mama they had to save Sid from, because they had to save him from a giant white baryonyx. That was bigger than Mama.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yep, they had to save themselves from getting eaten by Rudy, the baryonyx that scratched out Buck's eye.
Oh yeah, I remember they had the Van Raymond.
Mm-hmm.
What was the one with the ostrich? Excuse me, the llama or whatever it was with the yoga. When he said...
Oh, Shangri-Lama.
Yeah, what movie was that from?
Collision Course.
Because I like the part said, wait, my nose is close to my butt.
Oh yeah, that's when Sid was tangled up.
So I guess he couldn't do yoga very well.
Yeah, all we got out of this doomsday crisis was one free yoga class. Until, speaking of which, could you help me, please? My nose is dangerously close to my butt. Sid, why do you have two tails? I'm in here too. Yeah, Sid's grandma's stuck in him too.
The grandma was nuts too.
Yeah, until you get to see what she looked like in the Fountain of Youth, where she's got an afro.
Oh, that was really popular in the 80s.
Yeah, and I'm surprised how Sid's grandma had an afro.
Yeah,
I was like, that's Sid's granny? And yeesh.
She looked really good with an afro. Especially back in the 80s, because that was a good hairstyle back then.
It sure is, and still was.
I don't think it goes by the time you were born, right?
Yeah, because that's way far behind us.
Yeah. Practically the 80s. You were born in the 90s, Raymond, so...
Yeah, making us older than Google.
Exactly.
Yeah, because if you were born in the 90s, therefore you're older than Google. No changing the score here. On to the next track.
We were the same year anyways, right?
Yeah.
But you're already 30, I'm not.
Next up is Moonview Highway from Mario Kart Wii, where we race through the big city and avoid the traffic.
Moonview Highway.
Pardon me. Sorry, folks. Pardon me. And again.
Okay, so we try not to get hit by the cars. You're also avoiding traffic. Apparently. Right?
Yeah. Indeed, don't hit the traffic and avoid it.
And don't hit the bomb cars because it's like the bomb. So that's what happens when we hit the bomb cars. And I'm just doing that for a demonstration, by the way.
Good. Pardon me for that.
As long as there's no buses I could bump into, I'm fine.
Whoa! I just hit a car. Oops.
You didn't know it was coming?
Yeah, I didn't know it was coming at all.
It was just like me with that yellow car back on the Wii. I'll never let that go, man.
More likely, you'll never find a way to live it down.
That's what I'm trying to do?
Well, that's what you were wanting to say.
It was terrible. Because the car didn't have its lights on.
I'm pretty sure he did because we're in the dark.
Some of these don't have their lights on. That red car doesn't have its lights on.
Well, of course they have their lights on.
Not their headlights.
Yeah, their headlights are on.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they just don't put it on the high beam thing. I just overlapped Pauline, and now I'm about to overlap Wiggler.
In last night's wedding video on America's Film Videos, the dad accidentally locked himself out of the car because he forgot the keys in the car. And, his wife wouldn't unlock the door unless he did a whole bunch of dances.
Oh, jeez Louise.
It was so funny.
I'd call that dumb and ridiculous.
It was just a prank. He still did all the dances. He had to do the disco, ballet, tango, tap, and Irish.
Yeesh. What kind of wife did that guy even have? A jerk?
I don't really know.
And now we're on to our next track.
We forgot the keys in the car, so she probably forgot how to play that prank.
Yep. Now we're on Squeaky Clean Sprint, where we're inside a gigantic bathroom.
And this is one of my favorite tracks, by the way. I love racing in the bathroom. What about you?
Well, this is a video game anyway.
At least it's not a real bathroom.
Yeah.
Because if there's any of our bathrooms, our parents will freak. Big time. So, to be happy, it's not any of our bathrooms.
Indeed. And of course, the tub's not full when it's being drained like this.
Well, at least the drain's working. Excuse me.
Pardon me.
No, I'm burping right there. And yawning.
Yeah.
Well, we were up early this morning, so that's why.
Yeah.
It's gonna be early night for me when I get home. I have swimming tomorrow with my program.
That's nice.
Yes.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, folks.
We're gonna make this video so funny.
Yeah, we'll just put down a little thing in the description about it.
I'll work on the description in our video tonight, and then you fix it when I see you again in April.
Alright. Oh man.
This is crazy, isn't it?
Tell me about it. Because we're in it.
I know. Being silly and making weird noises.
And talking about funny things.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
But the rude noises are gross and funny at the same time. The farting and burping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Or maybe at the age, maybe we think it's not funny to other people who are our age, but we think it's still funny because we still like making it funny.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we've been saying excuse and pardon.
So we're not being really rude.
Yeah, exactly. Pardon me for that one.
You burped more than I did. And that chicken in the beginning of the movie. He just farted. Oh my god.
Wait, what?
Did you just fart?
No, you said something about chicken.
Oh. I'm talking about the chicken that you put in your bin.
Oh.
So they will hear that too.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, I can't believe it's finally. Did you get it working or something?
Yeah, sort of. But now it just won't stop.
Because I think you wind them up way too much, right?
Yeah. Because that's what Mom and Jeff told me to do.
Did you show them it?
Yeah, they saw it.
What did they think about it?
Yeah, they thought it was kind of a little... Aw, man.
Really?
Yeah, that's mostly what happened.
I can't believe I got you that.
Yeah.
I tried to get you something cool.
And now we're on Los Angeles laps from Mario Kart Tour, so a big hello to all of you in Los Angeles, California. And that we'll be seeing you in the future.
After our Disneyland.
Yeah, that.
Which one are we going to? The one in Florida or the one in California?
Florida.
We're just doing the Disney World.
Yeah. Pardon me again.
I would love to see California.
Yeah, me too.
So I can see that awesome Hotel California. Or that song from the Eagles.
Who knows?
Because I love that song from the Eagles.
Well, lots of people love that song from the Eagles.
You heard it before, and I did it for one of our singing things on the
Yeah, I've even heard it on the radio sometimes.
Yeah, it's a good song, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like the chorus line that says, "Welcome to the Hotel California." I love that part. Especially the part where they say, when you say, and I called up the captain, he says, "Please bring my wine." He said, "We had that spirit here since 1969. It still blows, but she's a calling from far away. Wake you up in the middle of the night just to hear them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely place, such a lovely place. I'm at the Hotel California." I love that song. I also like that song called, I don't know if you ever heard this song. Called American Pie.
Nah, I don't think so.
He was singing, I miss American Pie. I wish I would do it. Does it sound familiar?
Nah.
No? I remember all the songs. I remember the beginning of it. I still remember it sometimes. I grew up in old rock and roll, so probably down to the point.
Don't forget to use your coins.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, don't ever leave your coins hanging.
We don't have to go straight.
I know, but still, just don't leave them hanging throughout the whole race.
Okay.
That's why I've always been using mine. Next up, we're on Sunset Wilds from the Game Boy Advance back in Mario Kart Super Circuit.
I think we're almost done, almost.
Probably. But there's still a long way to go.
Yes.
Because this is our 38th race. We have 10 more to go.
Yes. I'm gonna upload this video last because it's gonna be the longest one.
Indeed.
So I'll upload the Smackdowns first. Well, I'll upload our acting first, and then our Smackdowns, and then this one.
Alright then. Look out for the dancing shy guys.
Yes, don't worry about that.
Yep.
I used to have a Game Boy game, and I used to love this track when I was little, but I don't like it anymore.
Yeah. Mostly I didn't like this track when the shy guys jump on your car and take your coins away.
Oh, that was terrible.
Yeah, that's the one thing I didn't like about the track. Of course, the only difference in this track, however, in the revamp, the sun actually doesn't set. It actually stays where it's standing.
Oh yeah, you used to get dark in the middle of the race.
Yeah, because on the second lap, the sun disappears, and by the final lap, the moon comes out.
Well, it's that sunset-y mode. It looks like.
And the Shy Guys are
evening.
dancing. And 3 Shy Guys are dancing around.
Because it looks like a nice summer evening for them. Oh, there's another video that I remember from America's Film Videos.
And that's...
The little girl sitting in her car seat, and the girl said, "I want to drive." And Dad said, "You want me to pull over?" Yeah. Then who's gonna work? Then who's gonna work the pedal? And the little kid in the car seat right next to her saying, "I will." Oh my god.
Sometimes little kids are just too cute for their own good.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Especially when I want to drive. Jeez.
Well, not yet.
No. Especially when she's that young. Because when the girl said, "I want to drive," and the dad said, "You want her to pull over?" Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeesh. No changes in the score here. Time for the next track. For that one inside. Next up, we are at Koopa Cape from Mario Kart Wii.
Raymond, you wouldn't believe what else. I just thought of something cool that I was watching this morning.
And what's
I'm not
that?
sure if you to text me because I was already ready before you texted me.
Yeah.
I was watching the things about young Sheldon,
Oh.
and the dad said, when Sheldon was doing our taxes, he found him missing check, and I know what happened. So what happened? Before I tell you, just tell me what you did. It's all your mother's fault. She was a bad person from the start. I've been telling you for years. What did you do? And before I answer that, just tell me what you did. I got a DWI. And she said, "Mom, I was not actually the one driving. I don't follow. I was at the dog track with Georgie, and I had a few. Georgie, from my God as my witness, I never been to the dog track in my life. She knows. Oh, I've been there a bunch. You just tell me what happened? Me and Mima were at the bar at the track. You took him to a bar? He wasn't drinking. She had made too many margaritas, so I drove us home. And you don't have a license. That's why we swapped places after the cop pulled us over." Oh dear Lord. I didn't know how to do this part, and then she asked her husband to shut up. And then the mom's and the grandmother said, "Look, I didn't want George to get into trouble. So I got behind the wheel before the cop walked up. Then I got arrested, and he bailed me out. And then the mom said, "You're probably going to keep this from me, 100%. Well, here's what's going to happen. You are saying at her house until I say otherwise. I would say I was a hero in this story. You were like gambling and you drove without a license and you lied to my face." And I thought that was so funny.
Well, Sheldon should have gotten all the blame.
Well, it was actually them that got into trouble because she was the one that got arrested.
But still, Sheldon should have took all the blame.
Well, she was the one that got arrested.
Still.
And Georgia was the one that was driving.
Oh, pardon me.
Because she didn't want George to get into trouble, so she got behind the wheel before the cop walked up, and then she got arrested because.
And then Georgie got busted.
Exactly. Because the guy with the grandma said, I didn't want you to write a check. You know I didn't have that kind of cash lying around. And then the grandmother decided to put some dirt on the husband when he did at the church picnic. So this was a story what the husband did at the church picnic. There was a line at the bathrooms, and he went poo into the garden.
Ew. And now we're on Vancouver Velocity from Mario Kart Tour. So a big hello to all you in Vancouver.
It's beautiful on this track, right?
Yeah.
That's in BC.
Mm-hmm.
British Columbia?
That's right.
In Canada.
Just like us.
Yes. Well, the wrong area where we're from, but whatever. We're not allowed to do that anyways. But Vancouver it looks so beautiful, doesn't it? It's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So beautiful. What do you think about it?
It's quite nice and lovely in its own way.
I love it. What do you think about the lights?
The lights are impressive.
On the bridge.
Yeah, the lights on the bridge are impressive. Pardon me for that one. Pardon me for that one, but that was on the inside, not coming out.
You can actually burp inside?
Yep, that's the way I feel.
That's so cool, actually. When I fart, I just make them quiet so people won't hear them. My burps, I can't really control those. When I'm near you, I try not to fart loud. But when I'm at home, I fart loud.
Yeah, I fart loud too when I'm here.
When you're by yourself?
Yep.
Last night I was on the couch and I made a huge fart noise.
I bet it really scared you, didn't it? Or something.
Well, I thought it was a cat, but it was actually me.
But it was you.
And I can't believe I stink.
You mean stunk.
Yeah. I feel so nervous.
Yeah. No change here. Let's move on to the next.
Oh, Pauline moved to the...
Pauline, you mean?
Pauline moved to the...
Pardon me.
The end of the spectrum.
Now we're in Rome Avanti. from Mario Kart Tour. So a big hello to all of you in Rome.
Whoa. Power sliding.
Yeah, but you're close to doing it wrong when you're hitting the walls.
I didn't hit the walls this time.
Yeah, just keep that in mind.
I just want to see how far Villager went after I passed him.
Yeah, well, he's still a bit behind you. Just don't keep on viewing back. That's why you use the map, not look back. Because right now I just passed you. Wahoo! Flying through the fuzzy rings. Hmm?
Oh, it's gonna be about the hour watching this thing.
Oh.
There we go.
No change in that for now. Except for Pauline being in last.
Aw.
And now we're on DK Mountain from Mario Kart Double Dash.
Yep. Or did I ever show you the video about the guy not wearing underwear?
I don't think you have.
Well, the video starts with a guy at the pool wearing his bathing suit. And he slips on a banana peel.
Oh man.
The two guys are watching him. And then the guy sits on the chair saying he's not wearing underwear. And the girls and the guys were so shocked.
They all just looked at him and started to laugh after a few seconds.
Yes.
Man,
After he said that.
that kind of reminds me of this one Cheetos commercial. Oh, of course you know by the Cheetos with that thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well, there was these two kids at the pool. There was these kids swimming at the pool, and there was this one kid who was, well, boasting of his looks, and therefore the two kids, they, however, pull out some Cheeto balls from Cheetos. Therefore, one pulls out a ball, gets in tight,
Thank you.
and therefore, right when the show-off jumps off the board, the kid holding the Cheeto ball then flicked it while holding it, and the bully ended up inflating into a balloon boy, like a beach ball. He still had long arms and legs, and his body was as big as a beach ball, and then dunked the ball down, and the bully couldn't get it moving because he was stuck. Therefore, the boys and the girls laughed, but the bully, however, couldn't budge because he was stuck.
Do you remember the band commercials I showed you?
Yeah.
Do you remember the beer commercial when everybody got hit in the groin?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
You thought that was funny, right?
That was nuts.
But you loved it.
Yeah, I mean, seriously. Like, that reminds me of the time I'm back in Miss Congeniality when Sandra Bullock's character ended up doing the groin thing and the pageant talent thing. Oh man, that was funny.
There was another band commercial. Do you remember did I ever show you the Bud Light one? And they donated clothes so they can have beer? And they were all naked?
Okay, that's ridiculously dumb.
That is stupid.
You don't donate your clothes to get drinks.
It said, did you bring anything for the clothing drive? No. Well, you get a free Bud Light for every order of clothing you donate. And the guy donated his pants. And the guy donated his shirt.
One donated their giant pair of underpants.
and then there was two guys at the water cooler just in their underwear. And the guy was running for the elevator and he was naked.
Jeez Louise.
They cannot be allowed in the workplace.
Yeah, because they did a really dumb idea.
You just do it just to get a beer. Oh my god. Right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because he said good morning, Jim. Because when he walked for the office, he was not wearing a shirt, and the boss was not wearing any pants. And the two guys in the water cooler was just wearing their underwear. And then the guy when he was in the elevator was naked. Oh my. They covered his private part, but still he was just naked.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't know why some people put that in commercials sometimes.
And now we're on to Daisy Circuit from Mario Kart Wii as our next track.
Oh, there was also a band Doritos commercial too.
What was bad about that one?
Well, first it starts with a mom doing laundry.
Yeah.
And she hears voices coming from the son's room, and she thought he was having sex. He said, and the mom barged in and said, "We do not do that in this house." And he said, "What? Oh, never mind. He was just eating Cheetos with the computer." And he goes to her own room with the husband. She said, "Well, you guys don't like eating in the bedroom." He said, "Oh my god!" And guess what she saw? Her husband was naked, eating Cheetos off his body.
Ew.
Oh my god, some commercials are stupid these days. And they have to be banned for a certain reason.
Yeah, probably because of young viewers.
Probably. Oh, and there was actually a banned Skittles commercial.
And which one was this one?
Oh, it was stupid. It was really inappropriate too. So it all starts with a girl having a baby, and she gives birth to an orange Skittle. And then at the end of the commercial, there's a little Skittles part. You said you had to put your finger on this Skittle. And it said keep your finger there, and then you see a guy in his backyard, and your finger is touching his nipple.
Oh jeez! What the hell? What the heck?
His front part, Raymond. His front part is on his on his top part.
Yeesh.
They were talking. That it was about that nipple. He said, "Hey, your finger's cold. Hey, bring it back." Okay, wait, no, I'm disturbed. You get disturbed from doing that. Yeah, exactly. So that commercial was banned. Because I can totally understand that because you just totally put my finger on here and all I see a random guy in his backyard. Yeah, exactly. You're not gonna get very much brand with that. Exactly. And the random guy in your backyard. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just him in his backyard. And you're just watching a random guy in his backyard. And the comment said, I got officially dramatized. Yeah, me too. It's like something funny that time.
Oh yeah, kind of like back in Victorious when the gang was back in Victorious when Psychowitz bought out the gang to do this funny kids party with a funny song.
Oh, the Dilly Bobs.
Yeah, the Diddly Bobs. Oh man.
I don't want the internet looking at the big blob of spaghetti.
Yeah, that was Andre, of course.
Because he was running for a big record deal.
Yeah, but some kid recorded that happening, that's why. And don't forget the part where Kat mentioned about getting Jaden the burger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that of course must have been really hard, because they must have been putting it on the wrong way.
We're almost got everything ready because right, your cute little song. Oh, great. Wait, we need your help. Jay can't get her boobs for the burger. Oh, we'll be right back. But just get everybody ready because we're almost ready.
Yeah, and the kids were talking trash about the band that was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then at the end of the song, Jake then says, "We did this for money," and then she just walks away. Oh man, that was funny.
It can't be ramen was your favorite food. You said mine's pizza, and I like hamburgers too.
Yeah, mostly I'd say that Tori and Jade were the best ones for me.
The ice cream and the burgers.
Yeah, those two were the best costumes I ever seen of those two.
Cat's broccoli costume was cool too.
Yeah, and then of course, guess what Kat did? She ended up getting them a bigger deal in a shopping mall. And everyone's like, no, we're not doing that
again.
Yeah, not again after the first time, because that's the problem.
What kind of food was he dressed up as?
Hot dog.
That was a hot dog?
Yep, Beck was the hot dog.
Does your phone say my number when I call you? When it says call from, and it just says my number?
Yeah, that's what our house phone does. It calls in who's calling, but mostly there's unknown name, likely spam. That should be more like likely fart, because they don't have a reason to call us, because
Yeah.
therefore, if it's likely spam, then they shouldn't call at all. But of course, oh well. Besides, don't ever mention that on video.
Alright.
Wait, I was gonna say you're gonna go the wrong way, and you just let Bowser Jr. pass.
I don't like this track, Raymond.
Because of the underwater parts?
No, because it's a piranha plant. And that big fish that wants to meet me.
That was an eel, and no, they're not gonna eat you.
Why he has big teeth? He's gonna be sharp.
Well, that's just an attack as an obstacle.
Oh.
And now we move on to our final cup. Now we're on the Spiny Cup in Madrid Drive from Mario Kart Tour. So a big hello to all of you living in Madrid. Therefore, we have 4 races left to go. Ouch.
Yeah, I didn't know it was gonna. I didn't know it was that close to him. Because it should have been more farther away from him. I didn't know there was more. So there's 2 of them I have to watch out for.
Indeed.
One in the museum and one outside, right?
Yeah, and then there's the thwomps here in the marketplace.
There's swamps here too.
Pardon me. And the giant walking wiggler who just woke up.
Yeah, he was asleep because I almost ran into him.
And you ran into a thwomp that's on the ground.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna go up because his friend went up. Yeah, because I ran into him during the first lap because he was sleeping in the middle of the road.
Ouch.
Yeah, because I ran into Wiggler, but now he's awake now, but I almost ran into him in the first lap.
Well, we won't be running into him for now, because we're
Yeah.
heading for the soccer stadium.
I didn't see a soccer stadium when I drove past. Oh! Right, we're going for road stuff, right?
Yeah, because right now you're slowing down and letting the competition catch up.
So I've just been singing for so long. My legs are cramping up.
Your what?
My legs are cramping up because I've been singing so long.
And there.
You're getting cramped up too?
No, just stretching.
Okay.
The only thing that's cramped up is my butt.
You've been sitting on it for so long, like I am.
Yeah, but of course you're sitting on something soft.
Well, that's why I didn't want to sit on the floor for an hour, Raymond.
I know. Right. Yeah, so right now you just slowed down to let Bowser Jr. pass you again.
Man, why am I letting the baby pass me?
Because you're
Or
slowing.
the little twerp pass me. I hate him.
Yeah, but you're letting him pass you on purpose. Because you're slowing down.
Oh.
Now we're on Rosalina's Ice World from the 3DS back in Mario Kart 7.
Oh, so beautiful in her ice world.
And it's in outer space.
Is it snowy all year round in this place?
Well, it is covered with ice and snow,
Yes.
so that's something you want to watch out on.
There's no penguins, right?
Well, they're on the surface, but once we get to the point where that chunk of ice I landed on disappears, therefore we're going to be in the water.
Right here?
Yeah.
That means those ice caps melt.
No, they just crack.
Because a lot of people have been driving on them and they kind of handle the weight of cars, right?
No, those icicles sticking out of the ground, they'll just crack. They'll just break when you run into them. Because they're sticking out of the ground and then they'll come back.
No, I'm talking about the big chunk of ice that's in the water.
Oh, I see.
I don't know what happens when you bump into the icicles around.
Yeah. Yep, and you are right. We'll end up in the water right now. Now it's the final lap for me.
I just remembered something cool from a long time ago.
And what's that?
Back on Saturday mornings, I had this mini CD player
Oh.
that came with CDs you could play off of it. It was a little kid's CD player that came with 3 CDs. And we used to put the CDs in backwards.
Don't forget to use your coins.
We put the CDs upside down, and the CD player to play the songs backwards.
Oh, jeez.
And that was so cool.
Hmm.
Me and my brother thought it was the coolest thing ever.
Hmm. No change in the records here. Besides, I guess Villager and the Bowsers are really putting on a good fight.
And when I was a little bit younger.
Now we're on Bowser Castle 3 from the Super Nintendo Entertainment System all the way back in Super Mario Kart. Alright, and boy, this is just heating things up.
When I was younger, my mom used to take us to Bucker 2 every Tuesday. Not every Tuesday. every Saturday when me and my brother were little, and we got a little toy from Bucker too, which was a dollar store back then. And I bought this tiny little toy piano. It was so loud. My mom said, please don't play with that on Saturday morning when I'm trying to sleep. She had to take it away from us. It was too loud to play with. The first she took my mini CD player, never gave it back.
Careful of the skeleton piranhas.
Yes, Raymond. Oh, I just remember a funny comic that I found on Facebook the other day. You want to hear it?
Yeah, why not? I'm sure the viewers would like to hear it too.
It's about farts.
Oh.
Okay. These two guys walk into a bar, and the other guy starts farting. And one guy says, "Are you filled with gas?" And I said, "No." "Well, I'm also filled with gas too." So both of them started farting. And the guy got up, and then they went into the bathroom. And there were two guys farting near the urinals.
Oh boy.
And then there was two girls in the bathroom and they were farting.
Oh man.
And then they got out of the bathroom, and then this boy and girl went into the girls' washroom and turned the middle saw into a sex room.
Oh jeez.
And then the boyfriend wouldn't stop farting when she was having sex with her. And,
oh man.
And then the two guys in the guy washroom. Oh my god, he would stop farting, and it was like this. And then the joke was like, what the hell were these guys thinking and writing this when they're writing this and people are gonna be reading it?
Yeah, I think we just warned our viewers not to read that kind of thing.
Yeah, probably not. Especially for young viewers.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you just fall in lava, Ray?
No, you did.
No.
I already finished the race.
No, that's not me. It was on your screen.
Yeah, but I already finished the race.
Oh. I didn't fall in lava.
Yeah, but how come you're in 6th? You've been slowing down too much because of that smart steering thing. Because of that.
It's because the flumps and the freaking skeleton piranha plants.
Yeah, but if you keep slowing down, that's why you're letting the competition beat you.
And by the way, I'm not really good at Castle 3. I was never good at it, and I never will be.
Well, you're still holding good in the revamp.
I am?
Yep. And now we've finally reached the finale of this video. Rainbow Road from Mario Kart Wii. An anti-gravity version.
So you see how good I was on Meadville Highway on the Switch, and I can see how good I am on Rainbow Road for the Switch from the Wii. Because we know the answer. I'm not good on the Wii version. But let's see how I am with the revamped version on the Switch.
Well, technically, you're still doing good in the Wii version. You just have to watch where you're going on the road. That's all there is.
But it's so different.
Well, that's because of different graphics.
So I won't be able to fall off the track?
Yeah, because you're the one who's in control.
So I'm getting close where I fall off, right? I'm getting close to that part.
Yeah, where you kept bumping the fence.
It's this part, right?
Yes. But of course, that's why this track has been revamped in a new look.
It didn't have this. I had a rainbow too instead, not that thing. The stars were here.
You're slowing down again.